My mom told me not to talk to strangers on the internet, but I'm glad I didn't listen. We are the Certified Nunas, your sisters in the love of Asian entertainment.
Hi, I'm Jessie.
And I'm Natalia. And it's just the two of us.
That's just it. It's just the two of us.
Listen, we had like such a headache. Such a headache with
this.
Okay, so
Week was terrible. It was a very cursed episode.
The episode that you're seeing here was not what we have written down on our schedules. Like I have a little agenda, and it's not what's written in my agenda.
Yeah.
Because we had a big plan where we all watched Cinderella Closet.
Mm-hmm.
And we were the last episode, supposedly, as of the date of this recording, was supposed to come out the day before we recorded this. So we were like, we will all watch it.
It'll be fine.
It'll be great. We love it. We're having such a good time with this show. It'll be such a fun episode. And then yesterday, I go on Netflix, and it is there. It doesn't show up in my continue watching, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. And so I click it, and the episode is listed. Like episode 12 is there. So I click play. No English subtitles. And I was like, oh, that's
I will say
weird.
Before this, episode 12 had like a coming Wednesday, whatever, the 17th,
yeah.
You know?
So it said it was coming out.
The entire week it said it was coming out.
Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, that must be like a weird, like, sometimes these sort of technical things happen. It's fine. It's only a half an hour show. I'll just try again tomorrow. And like, we were all just talking about like, oh, that's for Netflix, never done this before. It's so weird. And then when we all went on today, which is the date that we're recording, so we record on Thursdays, a little behind the veil situation. It just wasn't there anymore. They just removed the episode. And I was like, oh, something got effed up, huh?
Yeah, like I don't know. Okay, so when we decided to do the Cinderella Closet episode, at first, like it had looked like the series was only going to be 10 episodes, and then it went to 11, and then I found out that like it was going to 12 because they kept on like having like little like teasers at the end, and I was like, I think it looks for sure that 12 is going to be the end. And I do remember when we were like looking at it that like Japan wasn't going to air an episode this week because of sports or something.
Yep.
But like Netflix had it as saying that it was going to be coming out. So we were like, okay, it should be good. I guess fine,
y'all. We got.
So it's either like something happened or Japan was like, no, you can't air it when we aren't airing it, which is weird.
Which is whatever. So then we're like, okay, we got to come up with a new episode. And then while we're in the middle of coming up with a new episode, Amanda's like, oh my goodness, something crazy just came up. I can't make it tonight. And we're like, cool. We'll come up with a 3-person episode. And then literally like 20 minutes ago, we came up with a new episode, which was the title of this episode, which we'll get into. But then literally like 20 minutes ago, Sky was like, we're having a huge like windstorm. Like, I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. And I was like, Jessie, it's just you and me, baby.
Look at us. It's the murder club without
the murder club without. Maybe. There might be a little bit of murder. So we decided to bring back an old classic because it required, we could literally come up with this 2 hours ago.
Yeah, we needed
it would be
like
fine.
homework. We needed
we already
literally we were like we have to figure out this episode because we're recording tonight. And
so we are doing another Drama Jams, a classic bit where if you're new to welcome. Drama Jams is basically we pick like a theme and then we each come up with a couple dramas that fit that theme and say, hey, we like this drama, and if you like the same sorts of dramas we do, you might like this one. You should check it out. This time though, our theme got a little like we were going over like, oh, like what should we do with theme? Like, oh, should we do fantasy? Should we do maybe like something spooky because it's Halloween next month? Oh, what do we do? And then was it Jessie? I think it was you.
It was me.
It was you. And she was like, what if we just like picked a random letter and then just found dramas with that letter? So I then spun like one of those little like random choice wheels.
Like on the internet.
Incredible. And it landed on P, but it was like real, like just over the line to P. It was almost on Q, and I was like, we're gonna have a hard time with Q. Not gonna lie.
But like a time that's like Q something. So I guess it could have worked.
That's true.
Or so, like 90s dramas.
So we picked dramas that begin with the letter P.
This was a challenge. I was just being funny and silly, and I was like, yeah, let's
actually
internet
this is kind of fun. Like,
yeah, it's
because
actually
what
very fun.
it's just such a, like,
So
you're gonna
random.
get such a variety this way.
Yeah.
And even when it's just the two of us, there's gonna be a little variety. So we have handpicked 3 each fresh Asian movies and TV. We do both because it's
Because it
just
made
2
it
of
easier
us. It's
to
just 2 of us. So
listen to.
we're doing our best here. That we think that you
Exciting.
might want to check out. And that's what we're gonna do. So Jessie, I think
Yes.
you should start us off. So what is your
Okay.
first P titled? That sounds weird when I
Doesn't really,
say it.
it does sound weird.
That's not great. That's not great.
Let's
But
say
what's the first one you got?
So I decided to pick a drama that I briefly talked about last week because of one of the shows that we picked last week has an actress that's in this, and this is the 2014 Taiwanese drama Pleasantly Surprised. So it stars Puff Ko, who's the main female lead, and Jasper Liu as the male lead. It is a very much a just a standard kind of romance. It's got a little bit of mellowness to it, but if you've watched a lot of Taiwanese dramas, you kind of know the like setup of things. But essentially the drama is about a girl who is a chef at like a French restaurant, and she encounters a guy who's a new
a man,
a man
a man.
who is a new employee at the restaurant, and she kind of like is like, who's this guy, but it also is like very annoyed by him because he's just like, he's played by Jasper Liu, so he's very Jasper Liu in this. He's very smiley and like very happy.
This is what you go in for, right? That's like the Jasper Liu experience.
Yeah, you're like, oh my gosh, Jasper Liu smiling. He's just so adorable with his ears and everything. But you end up, so you end up like, of course, finding out that like they have a past history, and he remembers her, but she doesn't remember him for a very long time. So throughout the series, it's them like rekindling their connection with each other, helping each other out because they both have like trauma and stuff in their past. But also, it has this like really great kind of like work drama, like kind of setup because of the restaurant and all the other people who work at the restaurant. And it's kind of like gets to be kind of a little found family-esque at this little restaurant. I actually really enjoyed it. It was a good kind of like simple watch. It's not too terrible in terms of like the like dark past history or whatever of the show. So if you're worried about that, like I think the last week's drama is much darker in tone than this one is. But like, it has a little bit of a balance of that. I think it's just like really like standard good drama. I honestly think if you've never watched Taiwanese dramas, this would be a good first drama to try out as well. I watched it on Viki. It's still there, so it's really accessible. Yeah.
That sounds like one I should. I'm surprised I haven't seen it. This seems like it would be right up my alley.
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
Listen, I'm only one woman. I can't.
That's
it
true.
Seems like I can watch everything, but I truly
think you can.
I truly cannot.
You like to pretend you can.
I give it the old try, but like I have the same amount of days as everyone else. Like. So for my first one, we're gonna go a little north to China, where I have a 2025 one, a drama from this year.
Whoa.
Usually drama gems go a little bit further back, but I watched a really fun 36 episode drama earlier this year on Netflix that I really enjoyed, and it was called Perfect Match. And I feel like if you enjoy like Jane Austen novels, this is going to be weird to say this because this is like set in, the Song Dynasty, right? Yeah. But if you enjoy the vibe of like Pride and Prejudice, you're going to probably be down to clown with Perfect Match.
Okay.
So basically it's like it all centers around this like matriarch who's like widowed, okay? And she had one son, but he went missing, but she has all these daughters, okay? She's got a whole bunch of single daughters, one married daughter and a whole bunch of single daughters. So they all leave the countryside to go like join the married daughter in the city because, you know, that's just what you do, right? And so she's like, I'm going to find husbands for all of my girls. And so like it does like
this is very
very husband. So but it like goes like there's like segments for each daughter, you know, so like we'll follow like a story of like how this daughter met her future husband and their, you know, wacky antics or their sad antics or yada yada. It's so fun. Also the chemistry is chemistrying, and it also like the first husband that you meet was the main lead from The Double, which was like my favorite drama of last year, and he's just delightful. It's such a fun drama, like, but it's really okay. The thing about like these Chinese historical dramas like this is like they could start out incredibly funny, which they do, and then suddenly you're taken into like a wild depressive spiral. Okay, horrible things happen, but don't worry, you'll come back up that roller coaster. You know what I mean? Like, so this one, it also does that. There's like murder plots. There's, you know, like cheating plots, like a whole situation, like, you know, a husband might end up in jail for a while. Who knows? Like, and it's got all the tropes you're looking for. You got your like enemies to lovers with one of the couples. You've got like your tsundere versus the happy-go-lucky. It's got it. Listen, the show has something for everyone looking for that like romantic vibe. And the mom, she's not as annoying as in Pride and Prejudice. Like,
okay,
she is very meddlesome, but you're like, I kind of get it. And then like the daughters and the mom are like, we're gonna go into business together. Like, it's got everything. But it is 36 50-minute episodes.
Okay, so
keep that in mind. It is a substantial time sink, but it is a substantial worth it time sink to me because I just had such a delightful time. The chemistry was chemistrying all throughout this entire thing. The casting was great. It has Win-Win in it. We love Win-Win from Wavy. He's in it. Like the acting, fantastic. Just nom 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 nom, delicious. So yeah, it's on Netflix, so easy to find. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, I really give it the old Natalia thumbs up because I just think it is so much fun.
Yeah.
All right, Jessie, I know you got at least 2 more in you.
I hope so. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump to the movie side of things, and this one's kind of listen, I may have already talked about this.
That's fine.
On the podcast before, or maybe just on Patreon. I don't know, but we're picking it anyway because it fits our criteria. And that is the 1997 Japanese psychological thriller movie, animated, Perfect Blue, which is a classic. It's one of my favorite movies. It's so good, and I want everybody to watch it. I will say that as of this moment, there's nowhere that is streaming it.
That is unfortunate.
It does show up sometimes too, so I think it kind of does, you know, the jump around limited.
This is definitely one that if you have like a library that carries DVDs
absolutely.
And stuff, they will probably
and I will say that like
it's like a well-known, like from like a well-known director.
Yeah,
too, so.
And it's like really easy to find on DVD, Blu-ray. and it also is easy to find streaming paid. So you can still get it. It's just not going to be something that like,
Yeah,
you know, you're already
included.
paying for the streaming service. But essentially the story is centering around this one girl who is part of a Japanese idol group, and she decides to leave the group to start her acting career. And things start to go really weird really quickly after that. She keeps seeing like the same person kind of like following her, and she thinks she's a target of like someone who's harassing her or stalking her, maybe a fan. And it follows her kind of like dissension into madness because of it, also because she is now kind of forced in a different part of the entertainment scene, so it focuses a lot into the differences of like how she was kind of handled as a younger girl in a multi-member Japanese pop group versus now an actress, and the kind of depravity of like the entertainment system in general, and how like females and specifically are kind of like viewed and seen, and how they are supposed to act and do whatever they are required to become like, you know, popular and to keep up their, you know, their job in the industry. And it is incredible in the way that it just like captures you into her kind of like psychosis, and like it captures you into kind of this like whirlwind of like all the things that are going around her and all the things that are happening, and like kind of like the obsession of like trying to figure out what this like fan is doing to her, or and like what's going on, and like always like trying to like be on top of things as well and look great and do all the things that you need to do to be an like, you know, actress and all that stuff. It's so good, and like it really like captures you when you watch
and the animation style is
it's so great,
gorgeous.
It really
like,
is. It like I mean, I won't like, there are some like big things that happen that I'm definitely not going to spoil it, because I think you need to like experience it like at least once without like people talking about it. But it really does like it's kind of like when we talked about Strangers from Hell, it like has that kind of like way of like grabbing you and forcing you into the world, so you're kind of like into this spiral also, not just you like sitting and like seeing it from the outside.
Yeah, and it was made by Satoshi Kon, who's like an incredible animator. He also made Paprika and Tokyo Godfathers are like two of his most well-known in the West ones. Which are like
Paprika's
would literally could put another one that could be on this list, because it is phenomenal.
It really is.
And like the style is just so beautiful and just so immersive. Like it's
and I think it still holds up, even it being like a, you know, late 90s film. It still holds up.
A lot of the anime that came out in the late 90s was like wildly good. Like this anime in the 90s was wildly good.
It was a great time. It's a great time to like start my anime viewing at that time, you know.
It was real, like they made some great stuff. Listen, they're still making great stuff.
Absolutely.
It's not like there was some phenomenal stuff. Like on the flip side, most of them were working themselves into an early grave. Not great, but the work they produced was phenomenal. So it's really a bit of a column A/B situation. But most libraries, like a lot of libraries that have like a sizable DVD collection, like that would probably be where I would say would be your first stop if you want to not pay money to see this. And also you support your local libraries.
Yeah.
Support your local libraries.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it will probably pop up on a streaming service.
Oh, these
like
are
closer
that's one of those
to
things that like, they
Halloween.
sort of go around in circles, like they,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Natalia.
We're doing a reel now for something completely different, except that it is
Yeah.
still Japanese. I have a J drama, but it is very much a goofy rom-com, which Perfect Blue is not a goofy rom-com.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, not in any way. But I'd like to talk about the 2022 office rom-com Plus Size Misadventures in Love. Now,
okay,
I've talked about this before on the podcast. I think it was a What We're Watching episode. It's on Viki. It's easy to find. I was initially hesitant to press play on this. And I feel like a lot of people would be like me, mostly because, let's be real, while all cinema does this, Asian cinema is no stranger, perhaps, to not really treating larger characters very well.
Mm-hmm.
All worldwide, this is a problem. I'm not calling out anything, but like, I hate a fat suit. I hate it. It just, and you know what we always say? We always say, oh, don't put these actresses in a fat suit. You can find a fat actress to play a fat character.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They did. Yeah. So, Plus Size Misadventures in Love follows this woman, okay, who works at a candy company, but because she's a large woman, okay, and she's very depressed because she's a large woman living in Japan, okay, and it starts out with her basically waking up after some sort of accident that she doesn't remember, and she does not remember who she is or anything about herself. But then she gets up and looks in the mirror and goes, oh my God, I am so cute. I am so adorable. This is unbelievable. And then she's like in her house, like trying to like figure out who she is. And she's like, why are my clothes also like drab and terrible? So she goes out and she like buys these fabulous outfits. Let me tell you, like they were just like, lady, like I'm pretty sure this was this actress's own clothes because they were just phenomenal. Like lots of cheetah prints, bright colors. Like she was killing it. And then she goes to work and she's like, everyone would love to work with me because I am so cute and I have so many good ideas and I just love what I do and I'm so friendly and outgoing. And then is immediately surprised when like everyone's like, what happened? Like, huh? Like who are like I know like you're our coworker, but like you're not acting like our coworker. And she's like, well, I'm just so wonderful. Anytime someone tries to be mean to her about how she looks, she's always like, oh, isn't jealousy such a disease? Like you just wish that you were as fabulous as me. But then, okay, the Misadventures in Love situation then comes in because she sees this guy at the park and is like, this is the cutest dude I've ever seen in my life. And then finds out he's actually like a VP at her candy company. And that even before her accident in air quotes, she had a big crush on him. But she's like, he would never like me because he's conventionally attractive. But now that she has a new personality, she's like, why wouldn't he like me? Look at me. And it is. And basically, it's just like a show about her just having unrelenting confidence. And anytime someone tries to like be like, you shouldn't have this confidence, she'd be like, jealousy disease. What terrible. Do you wish you were me? And like, you do, because she's wonderful. So I watched it because I'll watch anything. And I was very hesitant to begin it. Mm-hmm. But it is so much fun. And it is like, she just, she always comes out on top because she's just happy and loves herself. And it was just like, it was wonderful. I was like, oh, a fat actress playing a sexy, confident, fun woman. Like she's clearly a comedian. Like they're really like hamming it up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, she does a lot of like, you know, where like cutaways from the camera where she's like, oh, like, you know, pulling face. And it's like very goofy in that way that like J-drama adaptations of goofy mangas are. But it is so much fun. And it is on Viki. And it's 8 30-minute episodes. Another classic, like, I could have enjoyed more of this, but, you know, like, good things are fleeting. You know what I mean? So if you were hesitant to pick it up, if you saw it on Viki and were like, I don't know, this one's fine. Don't worry. Not a fat suit.
Perfect.
Everyone, like, she's great. And listen, I want every single, as a fellow fat myself, I want every single outfit she was wearing because they were fabulous. And like everyone just falls in love with her because she just loves herself. And I think that's just like a really wonderful like message, right? Where it's just like, you know, like, sure, you're gonna have your haters, but if you just go jealous, they're just jealous of all this. Live your life, man, and it's good. It's good. It's on Viki, easy to find, absolutely fantastic.
Great.
I'm thinking about it. Now I kind of want to rewatch it because it did make me very happy. But no, I can't rewatch things right now. I can't do it. I
don't have the time.
I don't have the time. I gotta watch new things. But like, does that stop me? Jessie, do you think that stops me?
No.
Ay. All right, Jessie, I know you got another one.
I do.
This might be like our longest episode ever, but
listen.
You know what? We had to come up with this like an hour ago. So like,
listen,
Netflix really did us in this time.
Yeah. So speaking of Netflix, I'm going to talk about a show that's on Netflix.
Oh,
and that was produced by Netflix, and that is Parasyte the Grey.
Oh, so
which
good.
is a Korean drama based on the Japanese manga Parasyte. It came out last year in 2024, and it is like a sci-fi horror drama, kind of more like action, I guess, in a way, about these parasites that come to Earth and take over humans. And the way that they take over humans is they kill them and like inhabit their body, and then they can like use their bodies to do things, but also like the way the parasites like form inside the body is they can like create different appendages, I guess. I can't like I don't even know how to describe it. It's appendages on the heads, and it's like attached to your head. It's very like different from person to person, so there's no like specific like defining parasite appendage, but they can do stuff that like basically aids in them fighting against other things. And because of the parasites, like a police force is formed, and so the drama kind of starts to evolve into who is the real bad guy in the situation, and are the parasites actually bad, and are they also fully taking over people, or the like person who is in it still around, and what constitutes like a thing that like an acceptable thing to do to the parasites, because you're like living in the world of like you don't know what they are, so you need to figure out what they are, but also like are you torturing them or not kind of situation. It's very short too. It's only like 6 episodes.
Too short.
It is too short. And I thought they were gonna like give us more, because the last episode They really make it a cliffhanger.
It was really not, like, we're definitely making another season.
Yeah,
but...
not in a cliffhanger where you're like, oh my gosh, I need to know what, like, happens, or, like, I'm sitting here, like, I don't know what goes on. Like, more of a cliffhanger to, like, say that, like, we're definitely gonna do stuff, and
do we definitely have enough for season 2?
Someone,
we'll see.
You know?
We'll see.
It also is co-written by Yeon Sung-ho, who you know from Train to Busan, like everything else on Netflix, because he's one of Netflix's favorites writers. So if you're into his stuff, you're gonna like this stuff, because he always kind of does take this kind of like stance in his shows too. I mean, like, this is also based on like an existing story, but he like has that like very much of like the good and the bad, and is it like really, are the good, which is perceived as the good, are they good, and stuff like that. I really liked it. There's a lot of action to it. If you are into body horror, I think you'll like it. It's not like gruesome like most body horror is. It's just weird. Like, it's
like just, it's unsettling, but it's not like gross, you know? Like, it's not like when you're watching, you're like, ugh. It's just more like, ooh, that's...
It's just like weird things attached to heads.
It's like, it's not quite as like body horror as like Sweet Home is, for example. Like, that one was a lot more like monstrous body horror. Like, this one is a lot tamer.
Yeah.
So if you're watching that and that was a little too much, you might like this one.
But I do think if you like Sweet Home, you will 100% like this.
Yeah, absolutely. If you like Sweet Home, this is right up your alley.
Yeah.
Right up your alley. So, no, it's a really good one. And easy to find because it's on Netflix, you know?
Yeah.
That's easy peasy, lemon squeezy, you know? It's funny that you should pick this one.
Uh-huh.
Because the screenwriter, as we said, makes some interesting stuff. He also wrote a little drama in 2019 that came out right in November, ended in January 2020, right on the, right before everything, right before Fire Nation attacked, as it were. And that was a little drama that I am still obsessed with to this day, called Psychopath Diary.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
I know. I don't.
God, Jessie.
I know. I should.
Okay, so I'll sell it to you right now.
Okay.
All right, I'm selling this to you. Okay, so first off, it stars Yoon Si-yoon. We love his work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we love his work. Yoon Si-yoon.
Absolutely.
Yes, Jung and Sun. We love her work. And as Park Sung-hoon, he's always great. So Yoon Si-yoon is playing this office worker. And he is a loser, okay? He's a loser. He's a doormat. Like, he's a scapegoat all the time. He's timid. He's... Excuse me. A little sneezes here. So he's very timid. He's very, like, everyone uses him for things. And, like, he always, his job's going really poorly. And so... he's getting basically scapegoated at his job. So he decides he's going to commit suicide.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but he's also incredibly stupid. And this is really like, he's incredibly stupid, and he's obsessed with horror and crime movies. These are his two defining factors, okay? Like, timid, stupid, loves horror and crime movies. So while attempting to commit suicide, he stumbles upon someone murdering someone and is like, oh, I gotta get out of here, obviously, and then gets into an accident, and then when he wakes up, he has amnesia, but he also finds himself in possession of a diary that the murderer, who is a serial killer, was keeping of his murders. But because he's stupid and he has amnesia, he assumes it's his diary and he is a psychopathic serial killer. And so because of this, he decides to then live his life with more confidence, because how dare people look down on him? he's a psychopathic serial killer. Like he could kill them at any moment. So meanwhile, there is a lady cop who is investigating these serial killings, and who keeps running into him and is just like, oh, this affable idiot, like maybe he can help me with my investigation. But meanwhile, the more interesting part is that the actual serial killer, who, this is not a secret, you find out who it is in like the first or second episode, played by Park Sung-hoon, who always does a good job at this sort of role, is like, he thinks that this guy is like a fellow serial killer. And so they start up like a sort of like romance like thing of like sort
I'm
of
so glad to have a bestie in this job.
Yeah, it's sort of like they're like circling around each other, both believing that they're serial killers, but only one of them actually is. And it's his diary, so he thinks that this guy is also like holding the diary over him to be like, I know what you are because I am that too. Jessie, it's so good.
No,
it's
we really should watch it.
It's so good. It's 16 episodes. They're like an hour-ish episodes. And it's on Viki, but it is also on Tubi.
Oh, Tubi.
So it is free. You can watch it with free for ads. We are not sponsored by Tubi. We're just really big fans of their whole deal. And I think it's also on Roku, like on the Roku channel. So like, it is totally findable. It is, Jessie, it is so good. Like, listen, you have to be okay with like murder plots if you're gonna watch this, because like literally,
well, yeah,
it circles around where he's like, I'm gonna snap at any minute, but like, he's dumb, right? So like, it's, and like, you know, Yoon Si-yoon sort of has this ability to play anything. You know what I mean? Like, he has like a very kind, sweet face, but like he can go crazy. You know what I mean? Like, so they really, and so he just starts emulating the only thing that he remembers in his mind, which are all these horror and crime movies that are like in his subconscious. So and I'm just like thinking about it, I'm like, okay, Natalia, I know you can't just go rewatch this. Like, I can. Nothing's stopping me. I want to watch new things, but also sometimes you just like, I kind of just want to watch this instead. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, Jessie, I think you should watch it. I feel like a lot more people who aren't so much into like thriller crime would enjoy this more than like what the title and the synopsis would think, because it's not like super gory and like they're, you know, it's not grisly, you know what I mean? Like it, I think like only rated like PG-15 or 15, like 15 and older. So it's not like it's not like Voice or something where it's like super, you know, grisly murders, but it's mostly just like the two of them like circling one another, but then comedics, like, you know, him changing his personality at work because, you know, he was just hiding before. Like, it's it's a fun show. Like, it seems like one where the title where it shouldn't be, but like it very much is. It very much is a fun, good time. You know what? This may have been like a shorter episode, but like this was a fun idea.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if there were more than two of us, and if we could have extended it to our usual hour length instead of probably 45 minutes that this would be.
Yeah.
This would have like just the random. So basically, like we just spun a wheel, and it picked for us, and that was great. Like,
yeah.
It took the work, and we're just like, yeah, sure.
Okay,
go to my drama list.
Scroll down
to the completed. Scroll down to P's. Find the ones that we like the best.
Yeah.
And no, this was fun. So hopefully, other people enjoyed listening to it as well.
Yeah. And tell us if you end up picking up any of these.
Yeah, we would love to hear if you liked any of the same ones that we did. Because, like, listen, we love talking about dramas we like. That's the whole premise of this entire thing. We love talking about stuff that we like. And I feel like the art of just discussing stuff that you like without putting any sort of, like, negative spin on it, like having a qualifier for it, is sort of become more and more rare in, like, sort of the social media discourse. You know what I mean? Like, like, it always has to be like, well, the show's not perfect, but I did like that. It's like, nah, nothing's perfect. You can just say I liked it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that we need more of that energy, especially in these times that we're living in. We need to find joy where we can find it, you know? And that might be dramas whose names start with P. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyway, if you are a member of the Found Family, later this week, probably Wednesday or Thursday, because I know how fast I do things, there will be a very short little special seconds episode where we got a special secret fourth pick from each of us for you. And while Sky couldn't be here tonight, she did want us to tell you that Player, she loves the drama Player.
We really like, which we also love Player.
Yeah, we also love Player. It's really good. I do believe that's on Viki, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched it on Viki. It was one of those shows we definitely watched while it was airing.
Yes.
As well. Yeah,
it's on Viki, apparently on iQIYI and WeTV.
And it has a second season. I have not seen the second season.
I haven't either, but we all really did like.
But the first season's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
If you like heist, you know.
Yeah. This is the Korean one. I know there's like a Thai one also called Player, and there's like a like variety show, but no, we're talking about the Korean 2018 drama Player. That was, this guy wanted us to tell you that even though she can't be here, she needs the song of Player to continue in the world.
And she also did mention, which we have an episode on, but not of the TV series, Pachinko is another option on her end. We have a book club
where we did both book and movie together, but it is mostly books. So that'll be linked. I'll link that. Yeah. If you're on YouTube, it'll be linked up in the corner. And if you're go to our website, certifiednunas.com, I'll link it there too. You know, I like to try to leave us little links here and there. And speaking of, if you want to listen to the podcast, that's where you can go. All episodes are on our website, certifiednunas.com, but they're also wherever mostly where audio, if you like it in audio, where audio podcasts can be found. You know, you get your Spotify, you get your Apple iTunes, your Podbeans, that sort of thing. And if you like it in video, well, we are on YouTube. Please like and subscribe, as we are required to say. And if you want to support this podcast and the weekly good vibes we try to deliver to your ears and eyes, you can go to patreon.com/certifiednunas and join the Certified Found Family. They're a fan family on the web. We have movie night. We have little mini episodes every once in a while, which there will be one next week or this week, as I said, because we're about to record it after we finish this. And we really like the Found Family. Really, we love them so much. They're so great. Yeah. Special shout outs to all of them. They literally keep the lights on because that's what we use the money for. We're not living in a lap of luxury here. We're just using it to pay our hosting and such. So we don't have any sponsors except for the Found Family. So welcome, Found Family. Anyway, we hope that you have a fantastic week. Maybe go check out some older dramas, some gems that you may have overlooked in the past. And as always, keep enjoying Asian entertainment. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.